Hi everyone, this is Arpit and welcome to StockWest. Before directly jumping onto the content of this video where we'll see the potential opportunity to trade in the coming week, let's have a quick rundown around the major indices that we have in the Indian market. The first index that we'd like to see is obviously the Nifty 50. So let's straight away jump on to this setup. So Nifty seems to be in complete control of the bears now, although the index tried to reverse back from this particular level, and for 4 consecutive weeks it fought against this falling market well, but again in just 1 week it has lost all its momentum. I think the support line, which is this, and it also is a juncture of two different support lines, it should act as a good support for it now. Since it's not too far, I am thinking that the prices should come down to these levels at least, and only if it forms some sort of good base around these levels, then only I am hoping for a good reversal. Otherwise the situation of the market is very grim here, and chances are very high that this support line can be broken. The next we have is the bank nifty, and if you see the bank nifty, there is the support line which is around the 50,000 levels, which is also a psychological level, but since it has been tested multiple times, I don't think that it is going to sustain this time, although it is not too far also, so we can easily assume that bank nifty can easily touch on this level at least. And once it actually reaches to this particular level, we'll have to see what kind of base is it forming here, although I'm not very much hopeful of this to be sustaining here. So now let's look at the different stocks that we have shortlisted for the next week. On your right side, this is the list of stocks that we have for trading in the next week. The first one that we have is Apollo Hospital. So if you go to the weekly charts of the Apollo Hospital, you can see that this stock is trying very hard, and it has fought well against all the market odds. The market has been falling for past few weeks, but the stock is trying to sustain near to its all-time high. This has taken a liquidity from here and then had gone back up again. So I think this is a good time that we should think of taking a long entry in this. The next one that we have is the Auropharma. If you look at the macro picture of this particular stock, you can see that for almost 8 years the stock was trading below this particular resistance level, and once it actually has broken this, now it is coming back to take a good support here. So I'm not saying that you straight away go and take an entry in this, but at least see yourself for a few weeks or few days maybe, when you see a good support to be formed. And also when I'm talking about a good base to be made, I'm saying that it should squeeze some sort of liquidity as well along with this. Next we have is Balkrishna. Last week also I talked about this stock, and in Balkrishna, if you see and go on the daily charts, you can see there are multiple support lines around this, and also the stock has tried to go down below this support line but has always come up piercing back again to the same zone. The next that we have is Bharti Airtel. I am very bearish about this stock now because it has given multiple fake outs, and now the stock seems to be in complete control of the bears. So let's see, maybe in the next week we'll have to see whether this stock actually creates a kind of price action where we can decide of taking a short entry into this. Next we have BHAIL. So we'll have to move to the monthly charts of BHAIL first. In BHAIL you can see that a very good resistances that we had in BHAIL were broken in the month of January, and it was significant move, but after that the stock has come down again to the same retracement levels. Now we'll have to see whether the stock can come to this particular area where multiple supports can act as a good reversal point. If the stock comes in this range, then we can think of taking a long entry through multiple instruments. I mean, you can take an entry through future and option as well, and otherwise you can simply take this as an opportunity to invest in this stock. So next we have the City Union Bank. In City Union Bank, the stock is around a very good point where you can think of taking a long entry, but only if it is supported well from the market. If market sustains around these levels where it is right now, then I think this stock has a very good potential to go up from here. So the next one that we have is data pattern. If you see this particular area in data pattern, it has actually formed a very good base around these levels. So I think it's a very good support around this area, and then the stock has pierced back into the same trading zone. So we can think of taking a long entry into this. The next is DMART. So DMARC is very bearish according to me, and as per the chart also. Now when you see this stock, I will consider to take a short entry into this only if it retraces back a little bit, and then on a higher price I would try to take a short entry into this. The next that we have is Honeywell Automation. It's beautifully set up. I think it's one of my favorites out of these, and it has formed a good support here on the daily charts as well. Now I think you should consider taking a long entry into this because the stop loss is also very small. You can directly simply place your stop loss just below this particular candle. So the risk to reward is very high in this particular stock. So consider this as a long entry if you want to. The next one that we have is ITC. So ITC has given a good move for past couple of years now, and the stock has also been giving breakouts on multiple occasions. Now since there is this momentum of the market that has largely been shifted, the stock is also trying to give a good retracement and can allow a good entry for the potential buyers. So I think if the stock comes down to this particular level around 440, then I am also interested to go long in this. The next that we have is Lux Industries. Lux Industry has also seemed to be turning around from this particular level, and now the stock has given a good momentum, and after this there is again a breakout was there. So maybe this particular retracement that it is giving alongside the market, I think we should seek to get an entry into this. Just make sure that the market should also be stable at the same point. Then we have Rajesh Exports. So it is completely up to you whether you want to take an entry into this, but the stock is actually making a good foundation again around this level. If you go on to the daily chart, the risk to reward ratio is very good. I think we can consider going long in this, although the stock is in completely bearish mode, but still if you see this particular support line, it can act well, and you can always set a target on these stocks. I'm not saying that you should invest in this, but at least from a trading perspective, since the stop loss is very small, you shall approach such stocks also. Alright, so the next that we have is Tata Chemical. In Tata Chemical, if you look at this particular point, let me just highlight this one. Yeah. So if you look at this particular point, I think a lot of buyers were trapped into this, and since the stock has trapped the buyers and coming down now, there are very good chances that should break this support line easily. Now you have to see the price action in coming week, what kind of price action it is making, and only based on that you can take a short entry into this. The last one that we have is Timken, and this is my favorite out of all these. So Timken as actually taking a good support from these levels. Again, if you go to the weekly daily charts, you would see a good resistance around these levels also. So I am very much interested if it breaks this particular resistance line. So since the stock has already eaten out a good liquidity around this level, I think it has a very good potential to actually give a good breakout. Alright, so these were all the stocks that we had on our list, and since the market is not having a very good momentum with it, so I don't think that we have a lot many stocks to go long in, but whatever we have, we'll look for the right opportunity to go long in few of these stocks at least. So this is all we had this weekend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next week. Thank you.